Thank you very much, Craig, for the opportunity today to present to the partners. We really appreciate that. My presentation will be about MFSQL Connector. Laminin Solutions has been an MFiles partner since 2009. We have offices in Portsmouth and Jacksonville, UK and USA, as well as our development team, which is in India. Our core focus is on systems integration, naturally, MFiles, but also on an ERP side, Epicor, and on a reporting side, a product that is new to our fold, Interject, which I'm not going to focus on today. Out of this has grown MFSQL Connector. And this is central to a whole integration strategy. MFSQL Connector started off in 2012 when we worked with a client that had substantial requirements for development around MFiles using MFiles data. This gave the birth of MFSQL Connector, and since then they have been using the product and all of its different phases. We brought it to the market in 2016 when we made it available to other resellers and other customers, and we are now already in release 4 of MFSQL Connector. You may ask, what is it? What does it do? Well, you can use the power of SQL to connect external applications or manage the metadata with two-way integration between MFiles and SQL. We have about 35 licenses already distributed, and as you can see that 41% of them is focused on integration over a broad spectrum of types of integration, with 9% and 12% focusing on reporting, data analytics, and about a third of the licenses are in the process of being prototyped and reviewed as part of trials. But what does our customers say? I don't expect you to read all of this, but I would like to focus on some elements of the things that our customers have been saying about MFSQL Connector. Brown McFarlane focused on the integration with Navision, and they also used the product for a really deep analysis of the objects and the metadata in MFiles and align that with both the previous system as well as the future system to get ready for Navision. MFSQL Connector made a huge difference in that respect for them. Now that they've used the product, they are really ready to use it as a platform for several other initiatives that they have in the business. Another reseller, and I must say this is our largest reseller, with having sold several MFSQL Connector licenses to their customers. They think it's a fantastic product, and we feel very proud about that. But they value it as a tool to enhance it as to enhance the applications that they are developing with MFiles for their own clients. Looking at Spirit Circuits, which is the client that we started off with, they had a challenge in terms of supporting a number of special applications that they needed around MFiles to enhance their business. They use MFiles as not just as a document management system, but as a process management system for a large part of their business. We were in a position where we could develop these applications using Code on Time and MFSQL Connector for them, with Code on Time being a rapid application development as for the user interface using the data which comes through MFSQL Connector from MFiles and also the other systems. And they could have done all of this without resorting to bespoke development for every application using APIs, which has become incredibly expensive for them. the question is, why would you use MFSQL Connector? What would you do with it? To answer that, I would like to focus on the three core products. Now, this is new, so people that have connected with MFSQL Connector might see things that they haven't seen before. We've simplified our current modules in just two modules, Data Exchange Connector and the MFSQL Integration Connector. And we've added a third module for database file connection. So what is it used for? It's ideal. The Data Exchange Connector is ideal for situations where you need to get MFiles metadata or update the metadata, and you are working with SQL to accomplish the task. It goes beyond ODBC connection of MFiles. We use the ODBC connection very often, and it has great use, and it is really a fantastic product as part of the standard MFiles product. But Data Exchange goes beyond that. I'm not going to go into all the details of the differences. There's a white paper on our website that will give you the details on where does MFSQL take over or enhance the capabilities of the ODBC connection for applications of that nature. When you get to complex application development around MFiles, then it makes a huge amount of sense to build it with MFSQL Connector integration. And then finally, when you're looking at data files within databases, in blobs, as bitmaps, and you want to access that, then this module, the MFSQL Database File Connector, will be the thing to use to achieve that objective. Let me give you some thoughts around where does it apply? What is the type of applications that you could use the connector for, and that where the connector make a huge difference for you? First of all, if we start to think about metadata cleansing, alignment, reporting, combining different tables and analyzing it, combining it with external data, then you will use the Data Exchange Connector. When you are building integration, you're automating processes behind the scene, you relating data, matching it with external data, with itself, with other parts of data. You build processes that is both user interaction as well as background processes, then the MFSQL Integration Connector could and should make a huge difference for you. And the two base parts for the database file connector is the access of files, similar to the network folder where you can actually get access to that file and search on the file without transferring the file into MFiles. But, and this is very important, is that there is also functionality that you can import those files from the blobs in the databases into MFiles. By the way, you can achieve all of this with no scripting or no .NET coding. What you get is a package of different things. I'm not going to go into a huge amount of detail, just purely because we don't have the time for it. At the heart of the whole application is the CLR assemblies. What that really means is that we've packaged the MFiles APIs, applied them, and made them available within SQL so that you can call those APIs interactively with MFSQL SQL procedures to allow you to operate. To enable that, there's a number of Vault applications. There's an IML connector application. There is a UI extensibility application. All of this will be installed in the Vault. We also do custom installation of some elements in the Vault to enable it. And then at the heart of the SQL operations is its tables, its views, all of the utilities and helper procedures that comes with it. And we have a whole bunch of example scripts that I think there's now 70 example scripts to help you to get your mind around how to use the different functions. And there's about 200 pages of online documentation. All of this for free for you to prepare your prototype and to get your mind around it so that you can identify how to work with it. However, we also have many situations where people don't have the SQL skills, where we can help them to position it for their client, because it is about what your client needs rather than necessarily what you want to do internally to actually achieve that and work with it. Just as a final, as a customer pricing focus, we've aligned our pricing with the latest MFSQL pricing strategy. All of our pricing from now on is subscription based. The packages here is cumulative, so if you buy the integration connector, you get the data exchange. If you buy the database file connector, you get the full MFSQL connector. I'm not going to go into all of the different parts. All that I want to say is you can talk to us, connect with us, see the information online and look at it. Thank you very much, Craig, for the opportunity to talk to you. I've spent my 12 minutes, and all the best.